we're back. I've already shown you our main ingredients earlier. So I've already started chopping to kind of help with time because it takes a lot of time. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. So I went ahead and pre-chopped some things. I saved out one of my peppers because I was kind of wanting to show some people, especially my kids, they may not really know how to clean out peppers. So I just take a knife, kind of scrape around it to get the middle seeds out and dump it out right into your lovely little trash bag. And I've already filled it up already with my angel hair pasta. I squashed it up to save space. So I'm going to go ahead and try to slice up the peppers. I've already started some. Don't make fun of me, my chopping skills. Well, you don't cut your fingers off, is that right?
Yes.
That's the main point. Keep all fingers attached and nails. Okay, beautiful. All right, see, that makes some pretty colors there. I already chopped my onion. I already cut my carrots up. I had like a half a cup. I've already started them because it takes longer for them to cook down. This is about one green squash I've already pre-sliced. I washed. And then my yellow ones, so I used 1.5 of the yellow squash. Make sure we get enough squash in there. It's like 4 cups, like heaping cups. It's good healthy stuff. We're trying to, Jim and I, when the kids are gone, we kind of sneak in some veggies ourselves and try to stay healthy.
Yes.
Right?
That's what we need.
That's what we need for the new year especially. But, you know, our kids kind of like this stuff, so surprisingly. All right, so I'm going to carry over some of the onions and then the squash next because you want to start with these things that's a little bit tougher to cook. So follow me. Here we go. All right, see the carrots are already in the pan. Am I blocking, honey?
No, I got you. Proceed.
Proceed. Okay. I already got the oil in there. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. We're starting to pop and crack. Now here's the pretty onions. You can use red onions if you prefer. I do not have a red onion, so you use what's in your refrigerator. So we had a sweet onion, so it'll be pretty for red onion, I know. So let's start with the carrots and the onions. The one thing about this recipe, if you don't like squash, you can use baby spinach, make it Mediterranean with your olives, whatever you enjoy doing, basically. So, about 2 minutes to 3 minutes with the onions and carrots because you want those first. See, they're already starting to, onions are already starting to loosen.
Smelling
we
great.
need smell vision, don't we? Yeah. I love the small onions cooking when you come in the house, you know, when you're cooking. You walk in the door, it's like, oh yeah, something's cooking. Something's up. Okay. This is what's for dinner tonight, folks.
All right.
I know. Like I said, I did most of the prep work, which, you know, is a little time consuming, but boy, is it worth it once you get this all together. Another thing I'd already done was I went ahead and cooked my pasta ahead of time because it's really heavy to pick up and drain. So thanks to my husband who helped drain it for me so I wouldn't dump it all over the floor or me. So I also added 1.5 cups of my water, just starch water, to keep it a little bit moist. Then I'll add this stuff, get stuff to it once we get sauteing this. This is olive oil in here. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I'm using olive oil. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and start adding in our squashes. This is our yellow and green. Use a big pan. You can see how thick this is. A lot of how deep this pan could be. Man, I'm running out of room. Okay. So, with this I'm going to start seasoning a little bit. Because you want to season these, definitely.
Well,
So,
we know what's coming next.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your Christmas gifts.
My favorite. I know. So I have used, you know, I'm just giving a good spread over it because you want it very well seasoned. Use a couple of teaspoons if you like, whatever you feel like you like.
That's a Hawaiian salt, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the pink Himalayan salt, I think.
Himalayan, okay.
Yeah. Close.
All right, that date's right.
Of course, black pepper. You and I like that. You like a little kick, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
We've also been known to use the, I'll be adding tomatoes here in a minute, diced tomatoes. But you can use the tomatoes with the chilies in it that has a little kick to it. The mild or regular or hot, if you like it. And it's a really good spicy hit to it. So let's put some of this in there. And also, I'm going to be adding a little bit of Italian seasoning. Maybe a little bit more olive oil. You kind of judge it as you go. Olive oil makes a good sauce with it. My kids have been so disappointed if I do not knock something down, guys. Let me get this out of the way, just real fast.
It's plastic, so we're good.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's okay. You only got so much to room to work.
You know, one thing I was, remembering this past summer that we raised squash ourselves.
Yes.
And it was really just to go out and pick fresh ones and
so good.
yes,
so
it
good.
was.
And that's one thing about buying squash in the winter. It has seeds in it. So what I did when I halved it, Jim, I took a spoon and kind of scraped the big seeds out, and then I sliced them so we wouldn't be eating a bunch of seeds. So when you're, like I said, we don't have fresh veggies around here. It's a little bit cold and snowy today, just a little bit of flurries, I think. Right?
Right.
Do we have flurries?
Yeah, we had a few flurries.
Yeah. So now I'm going to add just a little bit of Italian seasoning. And some garlic salt. So get your kisses before you eat this.
Yeah.
That gives it some good flavor. Okay, and I have some seasoning salt. Sometimes I just like to give it a little hit. Nope, that's too much. Just this side. A little bit of seasoning salt. Because you don't want it to taste really bland. You want to have a good flavor when you take your bite. Okay, now. All right, so I am going to add in, next is my carrots. No. Peppers.
Peppers, yes.
Yeah. Don't go away, I'll be right there.
I'll zoom in.
Zoom in, right? Zoom in. These are these pretty peppers. It gives a little bit of coloring. Let's mix these up so we can get some flavor in there. Yeah, Sarah Kay would be upset if she knew I was making this tonight.
Oh yeah, we better save her some.
Oh, we definitely will save her some. Not a lot of kids like veggies, but I have a few that will eat stuff like this, especially if it's really well flavored. Okay. Turn the stove up just a little bit, and I'm going to add my broccoli at the end. Yeah, I know, we're getting so happy. Just going to hit it a little bit of salt. Any excuse, I know. A little bit of pepper. If it's too hot, you can blame me. But once we put the tomato sauce on it, it'll calm it down a little bit. Look how pretty. Hey, no man left behind. Get there. There you go. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add my tomatoes. And then we'll let this cook down for a second. This will make your sauce over it a little bit. You can use Italian sauces, liquid sauces if you want. Italian dressing, poppy seed dressing. What else? Make your own with olive oil.
We chose the diced tomatoes today, didn't we?
Well, we did. They're not finely diced, but they're big diced, so we'll get a good tomato taste. That's okay. We'll work with it. We will go with that. And I don't have my trash bag here, but it's going over to my trash bag. Because you know me, I'll mop the floor if I don't. All right, so this meal, what happens? It makes you happy, happy, happy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gives you a happy heart.
Your happy tummy.
Happy tummy. Makes you happy. when you eat stuff like this, definitely.
And it's good for you, and it's
Yeah.
low calorie meals.
Low
And
calorie, you know. So earlier I kept saying happy heart, good, you know, happy heart's good medicine or good, you know. And so we looked up a scripture, Jim and I did earlier, because I kept saying that and my spirit was like, happy heart.
all right, we'll catch that later.
Anyway, so he looked at Proverbs 17:22 for me. It says, a healthy heart is good medicine, and a joyful mind causes healing. But a broken spirit dries up the bones. So when you do things like this, or you do something you enjoy, it kind of makes you happy, makes you feel good. That's why I always try to teach people to speak positive into their lives and blessings into their lives, because it makes your heart happy, which is good medicine for you. And we start speaking negative things about ourselves or about our atmosphere around us, you know, we're speaking darkness and negativity. So this is making me happy. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this up, and we'll be back in a second once it's all finished, and we'll show you the end product, because I don't think you want to stand here and watch me stir this up for the next 10 minutes. Right? See you in a second. Hi everybody, we are back. We've cooked down all these wonderful veggies that you saw a little bit ago, and we poured it into our spaghetti to mix it all up. And I did add a large can of crushed tomatoes. It's about 20 ounces to make it, give it a really good, more tomato taste. You can add spaghetti sauce if you'd rather have that as well with it. And sometimes we even do that if you think it's too dry. So we're going to try it here. If I can do it without spilling everywhere. It's just a really healthy pasta. It's great hot and it's great cold. You know, if you just want a quick little lunch, you know, for it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to pack your lunch, that's perfect.
You don't have to warm it up in a microwave or anything if you like it cold. And then I'm going to add a little bit of
Parmesan,
baby. Yeah. Gotta have some Parmesan. And then if you like, we can add a little bit of cheddar cheese.
I think it's a good idea.
All right, that's optional. All right, here we go, folks. Yum.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
So this is our light and tasty meal tonight for Jim and I. We talked about having a happy heart earlier. This is making my heart happy, which is good medicine for the heart. So you guys have a blessed time. I'm going to enjoy this. Hit like and subscribe. Thanks.